So once again, thank you for coming to this session, LSC 102 Database, Datastream and EIKON. And feel free to ask me any questions using the chat area. And I will go through the slide first, and then after that, we will go to the hands-on sessions. So everybody, you can see my slide. Okay, so this module, the overview first, as I mentioned, maybe most of you, this is your first time hearing or knowing about Datastream and EIKON. So actually, it is the comprehensive financial time series database. So UITM subscribe to Datastream and EIKON database, and currently we only have 10 ID and password all over UITM branches. So this is where very important to all of the participants, and especially for UITM users, do not share the ID and password given. So sometimes when you ask the librarian for the ID and password, that's why we are allowed to give you only one ID and one password. Okay, so this session will guide you on installation. That is very most important for the first time if you want to use Datastream or EIKON. And this database will assist you on how to obtain data so you can share, so you can use this data in your assignments or in your research. Okay, this session will be recorded, and normally after the session end, please give us around 2 or 3 hours. So after the recorded finish complete, we will share with you using the WhatsApp group. Okay. Okay, so the module highlights. So today I will introduce or give you a little bit briefing information. So the module will highlight what's new with Datastream and EIKON, introduction to Datastream and EIKON. The third one is very important, installation guide on Datastream and EIKON, the features on Eikon Web, and then how to use Datastream Excel as in terms to retrieve time series and also static data. So duration will be 2 hours. So using the WebEx, so if you have any questions, just feel free to put in the chat area. Okay, let's go to introductions. So Datastream professionals, so I think 5 years ago or 10 years ago, we only subscribe to Datastream terminals. So it's quite difficult for the user or library user to retrieve any data. So finally, they already migrate to Datastream professionals. So it's actually a global financials and macroeconomic data platform. So that's why I mentioned the database itself is normally for business and accounting students. So it provides current and historical time series data. So like normally for business and accounting, they want to find what about equities. They want to look up on bonds, interest rate, unit trust, investment trust, exchange rate of Malaysia or any country or international country, what is the commodities import, export, trading. So all of this is the jargon relates with business and accounting, okay, and also economic data. So this database actually provides a huge range of global financial data. So basically you can get the real time. You can also look up on historical. When I mention historical, you can get like, let's say you want to estimate or you want to extract 10 years data or 10 years financial data. So Datastream normally can able to retrieve 30 years back data. Okay, so this data actually will give you historical financial content. So normally for students or researchers, they want to investigate the correlations and relationships between global economic indicators and also asset classes. Okay, so you can try to retrieve the markets in real time. So normally students, this is the normal terms or normal data that they are trying to retrieve. Example, equity pricing, economic series, GDP, CPI, and as I mentioned, historical financial information in Datastream Professional is very great because you're able to get normally 30 years back. You can also do like I mentioned earlier, time series or real-time data. Okay, so let's go. Okay, this is the normal information or the normal data that normally students try to retrieve from Datastream Professional. They want to look up for ratios. They want to look up for GDP. They want to look up what is Malaysian exchange rate compared to GDP or Singapore dollar. They want to look up for balance sheets. They want to retrieve what are the top 10 in KLCI company, 30 companies, 10 companies, okay? They want to look up for interest rate, okay? Check, is there any questions? Okay, so for normal users like us, librarian, we understand about annual report, but we are not very familiar with economics and accounting terms. So that will be our difficulties when we are trying to assist our users. So normally students will come to librarian and then they ask, okay, we want to look up for ratios company. So we are having difficulties because we are not from business and economic or accounting background. But our librarians are trying our best to assist students when they are trying to retrieve data from Datastream Professional. Okay. So from library website, where you want to look up or you want to access or you want to install Datastream. So this is library online databases page. So as a UITM user, you know Datastream and EIKON is a subscribed databases. So this is the URL. So once you go to, let me show you, this is library website. Okay, this is library website, puncaalam.library.uitm.edu.my. Okay, check. Is there any chat? Okay, there is no question currently. So this is the library website, regardless if you are retrieved from library.uitm.edu.my. Okay, so you scroll up to our collections. So click to our collections, and then you will try to click to online databases. Okay, scroll down. So this is the online databases page. Okay. So online databases is the same page where we locate the easy access page. Okay. So the easy access page, and then you can try to limit to financial tools. Make sure you log in first after you access to easy access or the online databases page. Okay. So this is the page. So to log in, make sure enter your ID or your staff ID, and the password will be your IC number, or for international students, your passport number will be your password. Okay. Okay. So once you enter and you successful log into easy access page, okay, you can click financial tools. You limit to financial tools, and then you will see Datastream Professionals. There will be the hyperlink Datastream installation tools. Okay, so you can click Datastream installation tools. This is the same way if you want to go to EIKON database. Okay, so let's move to the next one. So this is the page where you need to install first, before you use Datastream. This is very crucial and very important. And make sure you have to follow step by step. Okay, our webmaster already give you the guidelines. Make sure the first one you already install Net framework. Some of the laptop or some of the students or lecturers computer, they sometimes they don't have this software inside their laptop or their personal computer. So make sure you have to follow this step by step. Some of the students or the lecturers already have. So once they click this one, download, install Net framework, and then there will be a pop-up windows mention your computer already installed this software. Okay. Is there any question? Okay, and then make sure you go to step number 2. Okay, make sure you go to step number 2, install VS Store 4.0 runtime. Okay, so for this one, okay, so we have this link for you to install. So if you have difficulties, okay, make sure you follow this step. Install Net Framework. The second one, install SVG View. And the third one, install VS Store, as I mentioned, 4.0. Okay, you have to know your computer or your personal laptop. Either it is 64 or it is 86. Okay, how we want to check? Okay, how we want to check whether your computer is 64 or 86. Okay, everybody, this is your desktop. Okay, you will see this PC icon. Okay, right click. Okay, right click and then choose properties. Then you will see the system type will display 64-bit operating system. Some of personal computer, it will appear or display as 86-bit operating system. So that's why I mentioned you have to make sure to know what is the correct operating system run in your personal computer. Otherwise, you are having difficulties or error using or install Datastream inside your computer. Okay, everybody okay? Clear? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, so the next one. Okay, so the next one. Okay, once you already confirm your computer, either it is 64 or 86, and then go to step number 4. Go to step number 4, Datastream DFO add-in. Okay, and finally, the last step will be Datastream charting add-in setup. And then make sure everybody, you are using Microsoft Excel higher version. I advise or recommended for all of the user or students that they want to install Datastream. Make sure you have at least 2013 and above. Because we are receiving a lot of complaints when students they are using lower version, example 2010, 2007, they are having difficulties to install Datastream inside their personal laptop. And make sure you are using the licensed Microsoft Office. For you ITM student, you can request from the ICT or Infotech department or divisions using Excel 365. Okay, everybody okay?
Okay.
Okay, so once you successful and all the installation done, so you will see there's a pop-up notification windows, the database successful installed inside your personal computer. So this means your computer are not having any restriction or any problem. So all step number 1, number 2, number 3 until step number 5 have run smoothly and you are successful using Datastream Professional inside your computer. So how you want to check? Please, after that, after all the installation complete, make sure to open your Microsoft Excel and you will see there is a tab button appear. There is Thomson Reuters Datastream tab appear on the top of your Microsoft Excel. And make sure there will be this one, static, time series, and then offline option. Okay, make sure these features will appear inside your Microsoft Excel. Okay, I put this is the guideline. If you already install and complete all the installation guide, step number 1 until step number 5, sometimes your Excel disable the function of Thomson Reuters Datastream. So make sure you just follow this step. Okay, you go to Excel. Okay, I'll show you. Sometimes this step button is not appearing in your Microsoft Excel. So actually you just go to File, and then click option. And then after that, make sure to click adds in. So actually your Datastream charting add-in, your DFO add-in Excel already installed, but it doesn't appear inside your Microsoft Excel. So don't panic, just follow this step. So inside the COM adds in, you choose this, manage COM adds in, and then click go. Make sure you tick both Datastream charting add-in and also DFO add-in Excel. So it will appear, this tab will appear inside your Microsoft Excel. Okay? Everybody okay? Okay. Okay, we will share this slide. Don't worry, we will share this slide. We will share the recorded session after the session end inside the WhatsApp group. So make sure you join the WhatsApp group that we already share with you in the chat area. Okay, so next, okay. After that, okay, make sure this is the step you need to follow to enter the ID password that you already received from the librarian. Okay, so make sure you choose option. Okay, so at the option area, there will be connection setting. So there will be connection setting. Make sure to select the connection setting tab, and then you just enter the ID password given by the librarian. And then you just click OK. Okay, this is the area where you need to enter the ID and password. Okay. So please do not share the ID and password to your friends. So make sure, that's why when the students or the lecturers request for the ID and password, we will first get your ID and password. Then after we verify, then we will give the ID and password, but only limit to one ID and one password. Okay. So to make sure or to online the function of Datastream professionals, so you can just click the online button, it will turn to green icon. So this will inform you that you are online. So make sure if you are not using or you don't you want to switch off your laptop, you want to shut down, or you want to left for a while. So make sure you just click and switch offline. Okay, so other user, maybe they are very important to retrieve any data, so they can use, because the ID and password is the only for one user and individual ID and password. So that's why the ID and password is very limit, and we always inform students or lecturers to make sure offline if you are not using Datastream Professional. Okay. Okay, so from this one, okay, once you click online, okay, so this icon will change, the color will automatically change. So you can see there is a static and also time series request. Okay, so static request, as I mentioned, static request is you want to retrieve any data based on date, certain month, certain year. Okay, so if you want to request data for a specific date, so you just enter example 01/01/05. That means you want to retrieve data 1st January on 2005. So you are not trying to make a comparison data, a historical time series. This is where you want to only static just the latest value based on the date, month, or year. Okay. So different with time series. Okay, different with time series. Okay, time series where you want to do a frequency like daily, you want to retrieve weekly data, you want to retrieve monthly, quarterly, or yearly. Or you want to start date, example, you want to retrieve certain data on company starting from 2010 until 2020. Okay, even you can try to put any data, the frequency you can change based on daily, quarterly, okay? So each time you make a time series request for a list, normally there will be a pop-up. they will ask you, are you sure you want to do a time series? And then make sure before you run, you untick. There's area TS for each item in list. Make sure you untick, and then you can just click submit before you retrieve any data. Okay, so this function, find series and data types, once you click this tab or these features, find series and data type, there will be a pop-up windows called Datastream Navigator, or the short name we call DFO Navigator. So DFO Navigator will allow you to retrieve data. Okay, the first one, sometimes as a student or maybe for the first time student, they are not very familiar. Like I mentioned, librarian, we are not very familiar to retrieve certain business and economic or accounting jargons. So you can just enter keywords inside this box. Okay, so let's go live. Okay, I go straight away go live. As I mentioned, static. Okay, you can put any date, okay, any month, any year, 2010, okay, any date 01/12/2019, okay. So time series where you want to do a comparison of data. Example, so remember, so the start date, make sure you alert -2Y, it means 2 years back, 2 years day back, because the frequency will be daily. So make sure you alert before you choose any of the frequency, whether it is weekly, monthly, quarterly, or yearly. You can just type exact a certain year, 2010 until 2019. Okay, depends on the date you want to choose. Okay. So there is no questions. So as I mentioned, find series and data types. So let's click to find series. I show you first. So find series, this is the DFO navigator that I mentioned earlier. So as a student, you have the options to just enter any keywords, any terms. So make sure the keywords and the terms are related with the financial, business, and economics. This is not like Google search box or any terms you can just enter. Okay, example, I want to look up for GDP. So this is the economic terms, and then I can just click search. See, it will retrieve and give you related terms that relate with GDP. Or you can just enter full, like pricing. Okay, import, export, tradings. Okay, you can enter any keywords. Okay, there is another options. You can click explore function. So explore function, once you click explore function, it will pop up one windows. There is a certain series. Example, if you click equities, okay, there will be a country list. So make sure you know which data or country you want to retrieve. So example, I choose Malaysia. There will be another window pop-ups appear. So this is the industry and the data that Datastream will be provided. So as I mentioned, remember, why banks only 11? Okay, because Datastream Professional will only appear public listed company or the parent company. Example, Maybank, CIMB, Hon Leong. Okay, that is the parent, main company or public listed and active company. How about CIMB Islamic? How about Maybank Islamic? How about Unit Trust Company? So the data, you have to use Eikon database to get the information or the data. Okay, so because Datastream Professional will only give you public listed and active company only. So that's why when you want to look up for bank information or data, only 11. So if I choose bank and then I click, okay, I click show selected explores. See, only Hon Leong, Affin Bank, Bank Islam, CIMB Group. This is the parents bank, the main let's say the main or the parents company only appear inside Datastream Professional. Okay, so you can choose. Okay, let's say you want to only choose one bank. Okay, it also allow you to do a multiple financial company. Let's say you want to choose Hong Leong, you want to choose Affin Bank, you want to choose Maybank, you want to choose RHB. So once you click this information, the company, please click use. So this is you change to certain coding. So as I mentioned earlier, the historical, when we are using Datastream 10 years back, I think using Datastream Professional, we have to remember, our student have to remember coding like this one. HOLBAFIN belongs to Affin Bank, MALY belongs to Maybank. So it's very difficult to using Datastream Professional 10 years back. But nowadays, you don't. It's very easy because it already integrate in a more simple and more easy interface. Okay, so once you choose the company, let's say bank, and then we move to data types. Okay, data types. Once I click, TFO Navigator will appear again. But you can see now equities will automatically appear. Actually, you can choose. Once I click this one, the small arrow, you can see there's a lot of series and data. Belongs economics, in e-commodities, but for company, normally it will automatically, the data will extract from equities. So you can see there is almost 17,000 series data. Okay, normally you can, in the box, you can enter any related financial and economic data that you want to, or series you want to Datastream Professional to get or appear. Let's say sometimes students, they want to find about risks or ratios. Okay, and then you can just click ratio. So any data relates with ratios will appear. And then this is price earning ratios, this is operating profit margin, this is quick ratios. Sometimes students they want to know this is quick ratios, the details of the data or information. You just click the small arrow on the left, just click the small arrow, then there will be sort of like a directory or information will give you, okay, quick ratio, this is relate with industrial, this is relates with financial companies, and then they also have give you the calculation and formula for you to give you the more details and more information about quick ratios. Okay, so let's say, and you can close. Example, you want to know what is the price cash earning ratios, just click the small arrow, and then there will be a sort of information. Okay, okay, let's say just close the ratios. Okay, and then you can click price, you can click any data you want, market value, you want to looking on dividend yield, you can scroll down, you want to know about the equity status, you want to know about the net asset value. This is all financial economics data that you want Datastream Professional to provide you. Okay, so once you choose any of the informations or the series that you already satisfy Datastream to appear, make sure you just click use. So the same step as you want to find series, okay, earlier. And then remember to untick TS for each item in list, and then you can choose any date. Let's say 2010 until 2019. The frequency you can change to maybe yearly. And then this is where you can change the currency. So normally by default, I already changed to a Ringgit Malaysia. So later you want to change it according to your preferences, you can change. And then you can tick display heading. The heading will appear inside your Excel. You want to appear the currency, you can just tick Okay, this is more to cosmetic part only. And then I click submit. So this is the data that Datastream Professional will provide you. Okay. So let's say you want to edit. You want to do the same data, but you want to do adjustment or editing. So you don't have to click again time series. You can just click edit request. See, the same time series request will appear, but you just adjust here. Whether it is in find series, you want to make adjustment, editing, or at data types, you want to adjust. Okay? Or you want to manage requests. Okay, you can just choose this function. Okay, so let's say we click again time series. Okay, I click find series. Okay, at the explore function, so there is a more data that you can retrieve. Okay. Okay, let me read the question first. Does the password provided cover the access to other countries? Yes. Yes, because you can choose for economic data, example, what other information that you are trying to retrieve. So make sure you know where you want to locate. If you want to locate on equities, like I mentioned earlier, make sure you choose which country. Example, which country you want. Okay, you just scroll down. Okay, so if you want to retrieve data relates with equities, so you can also do this using market, source, sector, commodities. You can click, this is the data. You want to look up for exchange rate, which exchange rate data that you want, interest rate, okay? And then bond, okay? As long as the information is not some of the information in the Datastream Professional is not appear because the data itself have been migrated to certain databases. So normally Datastream Professional will inform you. That's why when you retrieve any data, you have to click the small arrow, as I mentioned earlier, like this one. So normally it will give you sort of like this one. The information will appear here. The coverage, okay, the time span of the information, the value, okay, how many times it will be appear, active, data. So normally make sure you click the small arrow inside the DFO Navigator, okay? Okay, let me close the DFO Navigator. Let's go back to slides. So again, make sure you know you want to find series or you want to use data types. Okay, sometimes the student they mix. They want to locate for data types, but they enter at find series. They want to look up for companies or economics. They enter at data types area. So that's why they are unable to get any of the information or retrieve the data. Okay, make sure you know which area or which function you want to look up. Okay. Okay, as I mentioned, the F4 Navigator, so make sure. So normally for business economics or accounting student, they don't have any difficulties because normally you know where the data belongs. Normally for students, if they want to retrieve company, it will be belongs under equities. Country will be, you can choose either equities or economics. Industry, it must be appear under equities. Okay? Everybody okay? So for the first time, as a librarian also, we are having difficulties because we are not familiar with these terms, keywords, but we are try our best to make sure to assist all of our students. And I also appreciate and thankful for the lecturers because normally when we do Datastream and EIKON session, normally business and economics lecturers, they also give us and share some tips in using Datastream Professionals. Okay. So as I mentioned, this is the F4 Navigator categories. Okay, make sure to turn offline to exit Datastream. Okay. So actually, this is the link where you can go for online training tutorials. So this is where you can get the basic how to work or looking for financial codes, financial data, how to work with Microsoft Office, how to do the analytics tool. This is more details for the tutorials and trainings. But I advise you, if you are looking for more details and advanced data or financial and economic data, you feel free to go to this link because you can self-learning which trainings that are available for you. Okay, so let's go to Eikon. Okay, is there any questions in Datastream? Is any data that you want me to find? Sample, few days back, there is one data by students. Okay, using this is using time series. So this student, she already familiar with certain coding or certain terms. So she just mentioned, okay, actually I'm looking for MY, IBK, MYIBK 3. So actually this is the student are trying to looking for Malaysian Interbank 3 months interest rate. Okay, so we can choose 2015, let's say. You just clear this area, and then you can exactly 2015, let's say 2010 until 2015, and then the frequency change to quarterly. Okay, so I just submit. Invalid, wait, 2010, 2015. Okay, and then submit. So this is Malaysia Interbank 3 months. Okay, so you can see the display will be from top until the display will be like this. But don't worry, you can change the layout according to your preferences. So let's say, as I mentioned, this is the display. Okay. It currently support Microsoft Windows only. Microsoft Windows. Because I don't have any students or lecturers using Datastream, using MacBook. Okay? Normally for Windows. But you can try to install, but currently for all of the students that totally cannot use MacBook. Currently it supports Windows only. Okay? So this is the display. Okay, normally student will ask me how I want to change the layout. Okay, so remember to edit request. Okay, make sure to click this one, transpose data. Okay, once I click transpose data, it will, and then click submit. You can see the layout will change automatically. Okay, so the layout from left to right. Okay, everybody okay? Okay, let me check the question first. How about the panel data? Do we have to collect one by one according to the company? Yes, make sure, okay, this is another tips. Make sure you know the, not the company names. Make sure you know the exact company name. Example, everybody will, or even normal students, they will ask, okay, Miss, I want to look up for Proton. Why Proton doesn't have inside Datastream Professional? Okay, we check. Okay, Proton. Let's say Proton. Okay, only Proton. But I want Proton Malaysia. Okay, because the holding or the company names actually what? Proton belongs to the ownership of the company. Proton. Everybody respond. Proton. Okay, Aina Fakira, okay, belongs to DRB, Highcom. Okay, so make sure sometimes business student, they don't know the exact name or the ownership of the company. They just, okay, I try to look up for Proton, but doesn't appear inside the Datastream Professional. Because Protons, the company, is DRB Highcom. So, once you click DRB Highcom, there's appear. The company appear inside the Datastream Professional. Okay? So you can do multiple. Example, you want to find DRB Highcom. See, there's a comma. You want to find Genting. You can do multiple. Genting Malaysia, Genting Singapore, Genting Hong Kong. You want to Sime Darby. Which Sime Darby? Sime Darby Plantation, Sime Darby Property. Which one? Okay. So if you realize, so there is a bracket. Sime Darby Plantations, this data will belongs to equities. See, Sime Darby Properties belong to equities. Okay, so you can do multiple information, multiple data company inside Datastream. Okay, and then again you choose data type. Which data you want to retrieve? So the same step, just follow the same step. Whether you want to look up for time series or you want to use time series. Okay, normally student, okay, they get their assignment from their lecturers. They give exact questions to librarians to look up for the data. Unfortunately, we are not offering that kind of services. We are trying to assist you how to get the data or the information using Datastream Professional. Because sometimes students, they are having difficulties. Okay, madam, I have independent variable. This is the question. And then my dependent variable is this one. How we want to get from Datastream? So we also cannot help you. So make sure this is the raw data. After you get all the information or the data from Datastream Professional, then you need to do another step. So normally for Faculty of Business, they have eViews software. So it's sort working like SPSS or analytical data. So once you retrieve the raw data from Datastream Professional, you need to transfer it to eViews or SPSS or any analytics data or software. So UiTM Library, we don't have that software. Only Faculty of Business subscribe to eViews. Okay? Clear? Okay, instead of data, next question, instead of data equities interest rate, does this icon plug in also support the news and company background? Yes, in Eikon. So I will switch off, turn off the offline in Datastream. So let's move to Eikon. So Eikon database, again, click using online databases page. So you will see the Eikon link inside the easy access page. Okay, so let's go. What is it, the information or the brief information about Eikon? So Eikon actually is a flexible, a platform, web page, website, more easy to use because it includes, again, global economics. You can try to find the listed company. You can also try to extract financial data. Okay, you can do markets as the question I received. You can try to get the news, company background, annual report, balance sheets, the ownership details, who is the person background, the CEO details, the education background inside using Eikon. So there's two ways. So either you can install Eikon Desktop inside your personal computer, or you can directly just using Eikon Web. Okay, for my personal opinion, before this I have both. I have installed Eikon Desktop inside my computer, but it will make my computer slow. Because there is a software, there's a processing inside when you install Eikon Desktop. So I installed the Eikon desktop. So in terms, if I want to retrieve any data using Eikon, I just use Eikon website. Not only me, myself, some of our librarians from different branches also are having these difficulties. So if you want to, my advice, if you want to just get or extract data from Datastream, just install Datastream and you can directly go to Eikon website. It much better compared. It will make your life easier, because if you install Eikon desktop, it will make your computer will run a little bit slower. Loading, you have to wait. Sometimes it will hang your computer. Okay, depends on the capacity on your laptops. If your laptop is super computer, you can just install Eikon desktop. Okay. So this is the interface on Eikon Web Access. Okay, you can sign in and download, or you can just click Eikon Web Access. But make sure before you install Eikon Desktop, so check the PC requirement. So let the Eikon check whether your PC is compatible or not. So they will go through and run the system and network test. So as I mentioned, just click Eikon Web Access. It's much easier. Okay. So there will be a different ID and password for Eikon, Datastream different ID and password. Okay, sometimes there will be appear this information. There are certain they are already signed in to Eikon. So sometimes the previous user, they are forget to sign out or shut down their Eikon web access. So make sure you just click sign in. And I do not recommend student to tick sign me automatically. Okay, because sometimes you are not using the icon, but you just, so sometimes you just click sign in, and then you are not using the Eikon website. So different person or different user cannot enter using the same password and same ID. Okay, just untick sign me automatically. Okay, so this is the installation guide. So normally student, if they are not having any problems with their personal computer, they can choose to install Eikon desktop. Okay, so you make sure you run through the PC requirement, system, network, and then once the system and network test inform you that your computer is compatible, so you will see this is the step by step. You just click next, next, next. Make sure to choose the country, Malaysia, and then download. Okay, so once you successful installation Eikon inside your laptop, so there will be the information. Congratulations, you are now ready to use the Eikon. So normally, okay, after you successful install Eikon desktop, in your program files, there will be this icon, Revenue icon dash Microsoft Excel, and then automatically Thomson Reuters Datastream will build in inside your Excel. Okay, so Revenue icon is Eikon desktop. The orange tab will appear on top of your computer. Okay, so I prefer you to using Eikon desktop interface on the web page, web interface. Okay, so let's go straight away. This is using okay, online database page. Fill in, and then choose online database. Remember to choose financial tools, or you can choose E, and then just click Eikon. Okay, let's wait for a moment. Normally, if we are using your ITM network, it will just go directly to the website. But I'm currently at home, so bear with me with the network. So let's click to Eikon Web Access. So I already put the ID and password. So remember, do not tick sign me automatically. Just click sign in. So as I mentioned, if this information appear, just click sign in. It will kick out the previous user that are using the same ID and password. Sometimes they forget to turn off. Okay, it must, I think it must simple interface, very easy to use. Okay, normally for student, there is also a keyword area. If you want to enter any keywords, any terms that relates with the information you want to retrieve, or you can click this one, asset classes. Asset classes, they already group all the asset classes like equities. You want to look out for foreign exchange. You want to look out for Islamic finance. Normally for students, Islamic banking, the information is inside Eikon. You are unable to retrieve any Islamic finance inside Datastream Professional. And then, as I mentioned, remember, Datastream Professional only give parent company, active company, but inside Eikon, you are able to retrieve information or data, company that already bankrupt, merging, and then remember, as I mentioned, CIMB Islamic. See, once I enter CIMB Islamic, you can able to get this information. See, this information is not provided inside Datastream. Okay, so you can see the overview, the fundamental ratios, the details of the company, the performance. Okay, the details, news. As I mentioned, there's a chat box. A student asked me about the news and then related company. Okay, so from this, you can click news and research, and then they will be give you option. You want to retrieve news monitor, or you want to just only company research, or the research relates with CIMB Islamic, you can just click. Okay, see? Okay, this is company research, and you can see the date or the information last 90 days. And then there will be certain keywords you can just enter. If the information appear, they will be appear, but currently no data available. And then you can just directly straight away save or download this data. Okay, let's click to financials. So financial, you can choose either you want to see income statement. So it's like annual report of the company. So income statement, see, from 2016, and then you can change the layout to as reported, as the percentage of the sales. So the period will be annual, or you want to choose quarterly, depends on your preferences. Okay, so okay, you can see also the blue icon here. So if you click blue icon, click to view this statement within source document. Sometimes you want to look up, what is the details of information in ARS? So the details 2016, 2017, 2018. So let's say I click the blue. So wait for a moment, the blue icon. Okay, let's wait for a moment. Again, it depends on your network connection. See, this is the reports and financial statements. So I choose 2018. So you can just scroll down. Okay, this is where normally students, they want to retrieve for annual report. So make sure this is the way you can get the annual report. Okay, this is the complete annual report. 286 pages. And then you can simply download. Just click icon, this icon, download. So download, it will appear in PDF format. See, PDF format, 287 page. Okay, take any chat, check ya. In the data stream data, for example, equities, what are the unit? Is it ringgit Malaysia million? In Datastream Professionals, you can set the exchange. As I mentioned, this is your Excel. Okay. Here, you can change the exchange rate. Ringgit Malaysia, local currency, or which any currency that you want. Okay. Switch off. Okay. Okay. So that is the annual report. And then you can also export. If you want to export, you will see this one. This icon, download to Excel. So you can just click download to Excel. So it will appear in Excel format. Opening. Okay. See? This is in Excel format. Okay. Okay. So this is the detail, basic, interest rate, tax fees, income. So you can just use this information. Okay. Okay, let's move to, okay, what information you want to see, the ratios, profit, value, risk, you just choose, just click. Okay. 2014, 2015, 2016. Okay. So you can customize. Make sure to tick this setting. Last 7 period, remember? So in Eikon, normally the information you can able to retrieve is until 20 years. Until 20 years. So that's why in these periods, there will be last 5 years. Only 5 years will appear. Okay? Last 15, only last 15 years. And then make sure after you choose certain years, you just click update view. So update, remember? See, 15 years. So start with 2008. Okay. So once I click the blue data, it will give you sort of detailed information regarding the formula, how this data exactly calculate by the company. So this is the information sometimes the student they want to retrieve, the calculations. This is normally for student in economics and accounting. Okay. Okay, next will be balance sheet, cash flow. This is you can just click any data. You can also try to look up for events, any events, merging companies, agreements by the company, by CIMB. So will be there is no events. And then you can also go to, check. Okay, 360 menu, this is like a shortcut information or data you want to retrieve. Okay, let's go to this function, my apps. So my apps actually, Eikon already group this information or data in certain grouping. So let's say you want to find on markets. So on markets will be you want to retrieve country information. So it belongs to market. So example, countries, and then there is a tick, there's a right arrow. So it will be sort of like a bookmark shortcut. If you want to always retrieve data on countries and region, so you can just add. Example, you are trying to looking on bond curves overview. So you want to again using the same data, you can just click this plus icon, add to my apps. So once you click my apps, it will insert here, display here. It's like a bookmark or your shortcut function. Okay. Okay, let me check. Any question? Okay. Is there any question? No questions? Okay. Okay, let's say we try to look up for certain information. Example, KLS. For Bursa Malaysia, normally student will enter whether FTSE or you can just type KLCI. So this is the information, FTSE Bursa Malaysia KLCI index. So you can just click. Okay. So you can see this is the price performance, sector summary, industrial, top 10 companies here. So the top 10 companies will be RHB Bank, Axiata, CIMB Group Holdings. Some of the students, they are trying to look up for top 10 industry, top 10 companies, company names. Okay, so this is live, like KLSE bot active. Okay, and then you can click to certain data that you want, price history, price performance. Okay, depends which data you want. Okay. If you want to look up for certain company, you can just type here, Genting again. So enter, like I mentioned, the ownership, DRB, don't type Proton, DRB ICOM. Okay. See the ownership of the company. Sometimes student ask librarian about the ownership. Who is the shareholder? Okay. What is the background of the ownership? So you can look up, try to retrieve from here. Okay. Fund ownership summary. Okay, the ESG normally for the company details of the person in charge of the company. See, I click ESG and then I click officers. You want to know who is the CEO, who is the head group of the information, who is the head group of the communication. Okay, so I just click under ESG tab and then you click officers. And then if I click this one, Datuk Sri Said Faizal, so it will bring you the details of the person. So let's wait. The background of the CEO, education background, see? Previous CEO, okay? Biography and education. So normally this information you cannot able to retrieve it from Google Scholar. Okay? Okay, is there any questions? So slightly this is the interface of Eikon. Slightly different with Datastream Professionals, but depends which data or which database you want to look up. If you are trying to look up for historical 30 years and only public listed and active company, make sure you are using Datastream Professionals. But if you want to just get inside this one also, inside that Eikon, there is a function of charts. And you can also, this one, analytics and calculation and charting. See? But you have to make sure which charts you want to use. Example, inside Eikon, they also build in the Datastream charts studies, the Datastream chart studio. So it's a little bit different compared to Datastream Professionals. Okay? Sweet. So this is the charting. But you can see here the maximum years will be until 20 years. So again, you have to know which data belong to which category. Okay? So this is the charts that already built in inside Datastream chart built in the Eikon. But normally for students experience, they are prefer using Datastream Professional if they want to do sort of chartings, they want to do the time series compared to Eikon database. Okay? Okay. because some of the information it's not appear, or you cannot retrieve, you are not able to retrieve from Eikon, but you have to back using Datastream Professional. Because as I mentioned, this database is the interface, the features and function are different, depends on which data you want to retrieve. That's why before students or researchers, they want to look up of any data, normally we will ask which data you want to retrieve, which database you want to use, either Eikon Web or Datastream Professional. Okay? Charting, Datastream Chart Studio. Change to Datastream Charting Studio. Wait. See, and then make sure your computer or laptop install with JavaScript. Okay, so JavaScript will allow this function. So as I mentioned, this is also the coding that appear inside the Datastream Professional. So make sure you want to know which data you want to series. There are also a function of time series and series data, static data inside Eikon. But normally students, they are having difficulties to use this one. But the positive side is any charts of this. So see, you can see the start date, negative 10, Y belongs to 10 years back. Okay, the date range you can customize. And then if you are using this Datastream charting function inside the Eikon, there's a function where you can save and export directly in your Excel, the charts. Okay, you don't have to do it from raw, the charts, but the charts will automatically appear from Eikon, and then you can just export to Datastream or your Excel. And then you can choose the way of the chart, the duration. As I mentioned, remember time series, static, it also include in this Eikon. Okay, let's check question. And is there any question? Any question from the participants? Currently, we have 177 participants. Okay. Any data you want me to try? Okay, let's check for the questions. So any question at the moment? Okay, everybody okay? Corporate governance. Corporate governance, let's say corporate governance, example, credit ratings data for company. Credit ratings. Inside Datastream Professional have ratings. Ratings of the company. Example, I switch off, wait. Okay, inside, let's say I go to find series. See, there's one way, normally Datastream, they will give a star, marks. But for credit rating, I think try to look up inside Datastream Professional. Let me try. Credit ratings, equities, and then go to data types. Credits. Okay, just enter credits and then click search. Which credit rating? Text line credit inside Datastream. Datastream Professional. It's much easier compared to Eikon. Number of female director. I don't think this information, because number of female director ni macam it's like general questions. Like employment rates, you are able to retrieve using Eikon or Datastream. Board gender diversity, board independent, I don't think the information is provided. Okay, for students or lecturers, sometimes you are not very sure which data you want to retrieve. There is another way. You can just contact the help desk. Okay, so from this icon, just click help desk or contact us. The help desk from Eikon and Datastream will respond to you very quickly. Normally, make sure you fill up all the details and what kind of information you want to retrieve. But for female directors, I don't think this is like geographical information. Normally different database. Before this, you are able to retrieve like gender diversity, board independence, or geographical informations based on database, GMD database. But unfortunately, we UITM do not subscribe to GMD database anymore. More to demographic data. Countries are able to retrieve. Cik Muslim, demographic data. Countries, inshallah, this information you are able to get from either Eikon or Datastream. Okay, markets. See, government auction depends on which data belongs to which group. Bankruptcy, yes. Bankruptcy, yes. Bankruptcy rate in Eikon and also in Datastream. Okay. Sometimes using Eikon, you cannot access certain market. Have you tried Datastream? So you have to use switch. If some of the information or the data is not appear in Eikon, I advise you to switch to Datastream. Sometimes the information, normally student, if we try to retrieve from Datastream, you are able to get the data or the information. Okay, the markets, make sure you choose industry. But bear in mind, sometimes, as I mentioned, Datastream and also Eikon, some of the information are not able to appear. You are not able to retrieve because the, what we call it, the control of the data is not under Eikon and also Datastream. Or you said your password is limited to access the market? Because sometimes the data, it belongs to different database, not under Eikon and also Datastream Professional. Because Revenue-Thief, the publisher, or we call it the company that manage on the subscription of Eikon and also Datastream, they are also offer and provides different database. Sometimes maybe the database is under Revenue-Thief, but the data itself is not under database Eikon and Datastream. So that's why it appear your password is limited to access this market. Normally, my advice to students, if you are having these difficulties, just directly contact the help desk. Because before this, we are having one situation where we try to look up on Malaysia data, Malaysia information. I cannot remember which data. And then only 5 years data appear, not until 20 years, 15 years back. So I try to contact the help desk, and then the help desk inform us that the data is no longer inside the Eikon and Datastream, only 5 years, because the control of the data belong to Ministry of Statistics, Jabatan Perangkaan, dah control all the data. So that is the, until that day, after we contact the help desk, then we realize, oh, okay, this data is no more longer inside Eikon or Datastream. Okay? So normally the help desk is very helpful. If the students or the lecturers are having error, difficulties, sometimes you're not sure which data, why last year I able to get this data, but this year I cannot able to retrieve, or you are having this kind of error, your password is limited to access this market, make sure you contact the help desk. As I mentioned, Revenue-Thief, provides Eikon and Datastream Professional is under UITM subscription, but Revenue also offer different databases and financial database that is not under UITM subscription. So that's why you are having this kind of problem or error. Okay. So, okay, everybody, let me check. Is there any information? As I mentioned, this is the interface. Okay. The screener, if you want to, as I mentioned in Eikon, there is a one function, we call it screener. Under the tools, apps. Okay, this function screener. Screener allow you to do a multiple data information in Eikon. See, you can choose the currency. Okay, there is also step-by-step how to use the screener. Example like this one. Load a sample screen or choose create new to start from scratch. And then the next information. Choose whether is it a public, is it a private companies. Make sure you do step-by-step and follow the information or instruction given by the database. Some of the students, they are very eager to find information. They just enter anything and then they are unable to extract any data. Then they will try to get assistance from the librarian. So make sure you follow the step-by-step that are very helpful by Eikon. Okay. So screener, normally I get these tips from one of the students. She already used this function. So if you want to do multiple information, financial data belongs to any company, please choose this screener function using Eikon. Okay. Example, you can just click public companies, the ownership. Okay. Maybe you just want to public and private companies. Click. The currency you want to exchange to Ringgit Malaysia. Ringgit Malaysia, MYR. Malaysian. Ringgit Malaysia. Okay? Change to Ringgit Malaysia. And then headquarters. You want to choose any headquarters. Asia, like I mentioned, there is a question. Eastern countries. So you can choose. Either it belongs to Asia, Europe, or American. So you just tick. Okay? Okay, and then done. And then make sure you want to add certain business description. You can add. Okay. So this is the function of screener. So full-time employees, you want to extract any data. So there's a lot of data that you can extract using this screener function. Okay. So let's back to the slides. Okay, make sure to close or sign out. If you are not using Eikon database anymore, make sure you click close. So this will inform you that you have been successfully signed out. Okay. And then this page also, this is the link where you can also self-enroll on online training tutorials. Previously, I mentioned and give you the link on training on Datastream Professionals. This is the link where you can try to, maybe you want to familiar yourself, more details on Eikon, how to get started, how to choose the charting, how to get more advanced features on Eikon. Please click to the trainings that are the link that have been provided. training.revenue.com/Eikon. Okay. Bloomberg Access, no, we do not subscribe to Bloomberg. So some of the information are providing by different database. So unfortunately, we only for financials or economic, we only have these two database. Eikon and also Datastream. Bloomberg, we do not subscribe to Bloomberg. Poverty rate. Okay, poverty rate ni ada dapat Cik Musni poverty rate. Sometimes we are able to get, sometimes tak ada. Because dia more to geographical punya information ni different database. But I'm very sure that before this we subscribe to GMD. geographical, GMD monitor database. That one memang kita able to get poverty, unemployment rate, kadar kemiskinan, we are able to get the information. Otherwise, you can go using the BLIS database. BLIS database, there's a features on statistic. So all the statistic is provided by Jabatan Perangkaan Malaysia. So you can try to get the information from BLIS database. Okay, BLIS database currently for UiTM. Okay, UiTM we subscribe under BLIS. BLIS is under PNM. PNM Malaysia. National Library Malaysia. Okay, let me try to check. So BLIS, some of the information on Jabatan Perangkaan, make sure you get from BLIS database. Okay? So from easy access, just choose BLIS bernama online. Yes, from Department of Statistics Malaysia. And then dosm.gov.my, there's collaborations and agreements between faculty of UiTM and also Department of Statistics Malaysia, DOSM. Let me check. I received the email, I think this one. So for UiTM, so this is the information. So Faculty Science, Computer and Mathematics, FSKM, they are sort of agreement. So this is the information that you are able to retrieve. Okay, if you have any information, you can just contact faculty directly. This is the information of the person in charge, Dr. Nuruda, Huda Nabihan. So the data that is provided by DOSM, this is the household income, household expenditure, banci penduduk Malaysia, PTB, and also manufacturing information. So this is the information controlled by Faculty Science, Computer and Mathematics, UiTM. So they already give this information because it's an agreement between Jabatan Perangkaan Malaysia, Department of Statistics Malaysia, and also Faculty Science, Computer and Mathematics, FSKM. Okay, that's why I still maintain this information inside my personal email. Okay. Okay, just click BLIS, online databases. Okay, B. So bernama library. So make sure you subscribe to Pustaka because Pustaka is like self registration using your IC number, and then this access is provided by Malaysia National Library, this database. So some of the information like Department of Statistics Malaysia, you can access from BLIS bernama library and info link service. Okay. So if you are not using this one, this database anymore, make sure to click close, and then there will be information appear. You already signed up or log out from this database icon. So to get the ID and password from library website, you can contact a librarian using the chat box. Contact our staff, even in this one at the page online databases. Our staff are ready to help, but make sure give your ID number, student number. So after we check and verify, then we will give you the ID and password. So the ID and password only limit currently, let me check the latest one for Thomson, Eikon, for Datastream only 10 ID password, and for Eikon only 10 ID and password. So we are sharing this ID and password all over UiTM branches. So that's why for students, sometimes they are unable to get certain information because all over Malaysia user from all UiTM branches are using the same ID and password. So that's why one of the recommendation or advice from me myself, normally for business and economic students, lecturer will give student group assignment. So group assignment, normally we will give ID and password belongs to which group. So let's say you are in group 1, group 2, group 3, your lecturer already divide the students belongs to group. So normally the head of the group will contact librarian. So we'll give the only one ID and one password. So that's why please be considerate. So let's say sometimes group 1, they retrieve data in the morning, 10 o'clock, and then they will switch. 12 o'clock, different group will use different password to use Eikon or Datastream Professional. So be fair because this database is quite expensive. So make sure do not share the ID and password among yourself. Okay? Make sure login at 2 a.m. Normally my style I will try to retrieve after office hours. Okay? Is there any questions? We also would like to promote our next webinar. Cik Ismail already put inside the chat box. We also have a different webinar. Let me check. Next will be 23rd June, Wednesday. There will be one webinar on publication ethics and publication tools, LSA 400. The librarian will be Encik Syaiful Hisham Saleh. So the time will be 10:30 a.m. until 12:30 a.m. If you join any of our WhatsApp group, we will blast using this platform if any of the future webinar that will be organized by the library. So the next one that will be the hot webinar request by the student will be reference management webinar using Mendeley on 9th June, Wednesday, next week on 10:30 a.m. until 12:30 p.m. So please follow our social media, our library websites, our Facebook channels. If you already follow or enter any of our WhatsApp group, we will also blast using this platform in any of our future webinar organized by Library ITM. So there is one question from Dayang Erni. I have a question regarding the ID and password for Datastream. Can you please explain once again how to request that? I'm still feel confused. Okay, you can just using our share the screen, yeah. Contact our librarian. If this is the page on easy access, there will be librarian on chat. So make sure enter your name, your details, and then your message. Make sure give provide us your ID number and your staff number. So maybe you are from Library Puncak Alam or you belongs locate at Library Puncak Alam. Just click Library Puncak Alam. Offline will be the your message will go directly to the officer web email. So don't worry. So this is the officer or the librarian online currently. So you will see there is no offline icon appear. So you can just click, let's say Pita Kepa Puncak Alam, and then you put your message. I would like to have ID and password on Datastream. So Datastream password, so it will be in this area. So remember at the option, Datastream for Office, and then you click the connection. You click the connection area. Check, connection setting. So this is the ID and password for our Datastream. Normally it will start with Z. ZUT, ZUT, ZUT. For Eikon, it will start, the ID will be using email address. So don't mix the ID and password. Because sometimes students, they call librarian, I cannot able to log in to Datastream. When I check, they mix Eikon password, they enter using Datastream. So remember, Datastream will be start with ZUT, ZUT, ZUT. The password also different. Okay. The icon will be, ID password will be email address. Okay. Is it okay? Dayang Erni, okay, okay. Is there any question at the moment? I hope everybody is clear. Okay, thank you. Okay, we have reached to our end of our session. Wait, for the e-certificate, Cik Ismail, can you help me to wait, wait, okay, okay. Already put. Let me share here. Okay. So for the e-certificate, so again, this is the contact chat with librarian if you request for ID and password. Okay, for the e-certificate, make sure, okay, I will copy this information. Make sure for UITM participants, okay, different with attendance link. Attendance link already provide at the earlier of our session. It's okay, I put again. So there will be one is the link for attendance link. For UITM participants, we are providing you with the e-certificate for UITM participants. So click to this URL and then enter the reference ID after you fill up your student ID number. Okay, make sure you setting at your browser. Okay, make sure you setting at your browser. There is a setting here to allow the pop-up setting, the pop-up blocker. This is at your browser. Make sure you allow the pop-up. Sometimes students, they do not allow the pop-up blocker. So that's why you are unable to get the e-certificate. Wait, let's wait. So at the, wait, let me, this one, at the site setting, at your browser, at your site setting, make sure you allow the pop-up blocker. So pop-up and redirect. So make sure you tick allow. Some of the students, the browser automatically block because they are suspicious with the certain website. So make sure to able to get the certificate. Make sure you tick, turn on the allow pop-up blocker. So 180 participants, everybody have fill up the attendance link. Okay, it's important for us to get the attendance for these sessions. I see 179 before this 180. So I hope the person that already left earlier, they are already fill up the attendance links. And then Excel saya Kamar Zaman just appear Datastream chatting, not Thomson. Okay, Kamar Zaman, for students, sometimes they are having these difficulties. Can you contact WhatsApp web Pita Campus Puncak Alam? That is 603. At our website, we also provide the WhatsApp web. And then please allow me to remote your laptop. So I will try to check your Thomson data stream. Sometimes the installation is not following the step-by-step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Otherwise, there is something wrong with your computer that are blocking the Thomson data stream or the adds in function, dia punya tu tak appear. Can you contact WhatsApp Web Business Puncak Alam? Let me show you the number. Okay, this is the number 603 3258 6 3258, cannot remember. 3258 ya apa WhatsApp dia? Wait nanti kan salah bagi info. Wait set. So please allow me to remote your laptop and then I will assist you from there. Okay. Six zero three 3258 4006. That is our WhatsApp web number. So normally I will try to resolve the problem. Okay, Cik Kamar Zaman. Okay. Is there any question? If there is no questions, please feel free to download your e-certificate. If you are having any difficulties, feel free also to chat with our librarian. Then we will also try to assist you. See, at our website, there is our staff chat with librarian in duty. So I hope this session is helpful for all of the students. Wait, can I have attendance links again? Okay, we are trying our best to help you. Even we are working from home during the lockdown. But regardless, feel free also to contact me using the WhatsApp web Pita Campus Puncak Alam. Otherwise, we can also contact directly the help desk from Eikon or Datastream Professional, and they will assist you from there. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you again. Thank you, everybody. I will stop sharing. I will stay here until 4:15. If you have any questions, yes, we will share the recording session with you after this. So if there is no questions, thank you again. Thank you for supporting our webinars. Please follow our website, our social media. Please follow our WhatsApp group. So we will broadcast and promote to you our future webinar. Thanks again. I will stop record and then we will share the recorded session with you after the recorded is complete. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Take care, everybody. Stay safe. Anissa, thank you. Aizat. So if you request or any class rep or any faculties or specific group, if you want to request specific session which only belongs within your class mates on Eikon and Datastream, feel free to book this different session using our information literacy skills classes EKKM UITM. Okay, I will stop recording. Thank you, everybody.